Okay, so we're going to start on the mat in a nice strong standing position, grounded through the feet. I'm just noticing that connection of the feet to the ground, and we're just going to shift side to side, mobilizing through the feet. We can exaggerate that movement by lifting up through the sides of the feet. And then we're going to shift forward and back. So onto the toes. And as we shift back onto the heels, we're just going to try and lift the toes and the balls of the feet up. So a nice energetic kind of movement, just awakening everything through the feet, through the calves. And we're going to take it right up onto the toes and then back to the heels. Again, a decent pace, so we're energizing the body. So we're going to stand on one leg, lengthen through one side of the body, the supporting side of the body, lift up through the foot. We're going to circle through the ankle, nice big full circles. And then we change direction. Nice big full circles. Okay, we change to the other side. So lengthen through the supporting side, lifting through the foot, and we're going to circle through the ankle. And change direction. Okay, we relax that down, and we're going to focus on movement through the hip now. So we're just going to turn one foot out. So we're going to have our supporting side, lengthen through that side. The other foot, we're going to turn out. So we're rotating through that hip. Okay, and then from there, we're going to lift the knee up out to the side. It's coming up and over the fence. So the foot remains in the same point in space. The knee draws into the center. We come back, up and over, and then we drive the foot down. Okay, so that foot is still turned out. We lift the knee to the side. It comes up and over, in towards the center. The foot remains in the same point in space. We rotate it back round, and then we drive the heel down. Okay, we go again. We lift it up and over, into the center, back out to the side. We drive it down, and we're going to do one more of those. So we're engaging through the hip, we're mobilizing through the hip, we're working on balance and stability, and we drive that down. And we're going to switch to the other side. So we turn the foot out, lengthen through the supporting side, the knee comes out to the side, we come up and over, we draw it into the center, back up and out, and we drive the foot down. Knee comes up and over into the center, up and over, out, and we drive it down. And go again. Come up and over to the center, round and out, and we're going to do that once more. And bring it up into the center. Think about that nice movement through the hip. We drive it down. Okay. So from there, we're going to widen through the feet, and we're just going to wiggle through the hips. Again, we're keeping the upper body nice and still. So we're dipping through one side, dipping from the other. So again, really nice movement through the hips. Also good to release any tightness through the inner thighs. And then we're going to create the big full circle. So side, open forward, side, scoop it round. Really simple exercise, but great if there's any restriction around the hips and pelvis. We scoop it round, side, open forward, side, and scoop it round. round, then we change direction. Scoop it round, side, forward, side, scoop it round. And just really notice how it feels around the hips and pelvis. Notice if there's any areas of tightness or restriction. And then we relax there. We bring everything back to center. So the next exercise, again, we're creating a nice energy to the exercise. I'll give you two options as we do this. Okay, we're going to draw one knee to the chest. So drawing that knee right up. So again, we're working on balance and stability. And then we can either step that foot back, round the back heel, and take the arms up out in front. So we're opening through the front of the body. And then we draw it back to knee to chest. So we step it back, arms to the sky, scoop the tailbone under, so we get that opening through the front of the body. The other variation, knee to the chest. Okay, step it back, lower the back knee down, take the arms to the sky. Again, we're scooping the tailbone under, so we're not overarching the lower back. From there, we drive it up, knee to chest. So we're looking at fluency and movement. We step it back, knee down, scoop the tailbone under, arms to the sky. Okay, so you've got two variations there. Drive it up. Okay, you want to step it down a little bit, you just step back, ground the heel, arms to the sky. And you can mix it the two, you can do a bit of both if you want. Okay, we're going to do one more. Knee to the chest. We step it back. Knee to the ground, arms to the sky. We drive it back up. And then we're going to switch to the other side. So we take knee to the chest. Make sure we're drawing that, reach our full range of movement. We step it back. We either ground that heel, take the arms above the head, opening through the front of the body, drive the knee to the chest. Or, alternatively, we step it back, we lower that back knee down, we scoop the tailbone under, take those arms to the sky. We drive it back up, knee to the chest. We step it back. Whatever variation works best for you, you drive it up. Really utilize the power in the body to go from one position to the next, nice and efficiently. Okay, we're going to do one more. Just put that. Either knee down or foot flat. Arms to the sky. And drive it back up. And relax everything down. Okay, so we're going to take ourselves down onto the mat now. And we're going to go through a roll down. We're going to work through a roll down. Okay, so ground into the feet, nice strong standing posture. Take the chin to the chest, lengthen through the back of the neck, and we're going to roll down through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Okay, so slight bend through the knees so we're not locking them out, and we're nice and evenly balanced over the tripod of the foot, big toe, little toe, heel. And we're relaxing right down to the crown of the head, relaxing through the shoulders, down to the fingertips. Okay, and from there, we're going to bend through the knees and relax the chest down towards the thighs. Place the hands flat on the ground. And again, just make sure you're evenly balanced over the feet. big toe, little toe, heel. From there, we take it down into a kneeling, 4-point kneeling position. Hands down, and we're going to work through the cat-cow. So if kneeling is not an option, you can do this in a standing position with hands on the legs and doing the exact same movement, mobilizing through the spine. In the 4-point kneeling position, you take the belly button up to the sky, press down through the hands, lift up through the chest bone, tuck the tailbone, and then we go the opposite way. Tailbone back, lift through the chest, belly button down towards the ground. We go again, all the way up into that cat, tailbone under, lift up through that chest bone, and then we take it into the cat. Tailbone back, belly button down, lift through the chest. Just notice how it feels through the spine. We go again, all the way up. All the way up, 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 up. Down. Tailbone back, lift through the chest. Amazing. From here, we're going to sit back into the child's pose position. So bottom towards the heels and arms out stretched in front of us. If you need to modify this to make it feel comfortable and right for you, you can. So it may be that you lift the bottom away from the heels, rest the head on the hands, or draw the arms down by your side. Find what works. But we're just going to take a moment to breathe, our nice big full breaths. A great opportunity to notice if there's any tension in the body or discomfort in this position. And we're going to use our breath just to help everything relax through the body and just maintain that focus through the mind on the breath. A nice big full deep breaths. They shouldn't feel awkward, uncomfortable, or rushed, or forced. If you breathe in, imagine you're filling your body with air. A nice expansion out through the rib cage, a gentle rise through the tummy. And then as you breathe out, we're relaxing the body down towards the mat. Amazing. Bring ourselves up and out of that. Okay, so from there, we're going to take ourselves into a seated position, bottom on the ground. We're going to take one foot out in front of us, draw one knee towards us, and we're just going to start by mobilizing through the hips. So we're going to draw the toes in and out. Now, although you see the bigger movement through the foot, so we're windscreen wiping through the foot, the movement comes from the hip, okay? So if we're to just move through the foot, nothing much goes on at the hip. If we turn the toes in and rotate, pivot on that heel, the movement comes from the hip. So I call this the deep clean of the hip. Super simple, but really effective. So we're just windscreen wide, bring that foot, turn foot in and out. Amazing. And then we're going to switch to the other side. So we're going to turn the toes in and out. Okay, so again, if we're kind of pivoting from the heel, just think of the windscreen wiper motion. The movement comes from the hip. So a really nice nourishing movement. If we think about what the body does when we move a joint, it releases its very own version of WD-40. So it lubricates the joint, it creates a healthy joint. Okay, from here, we're going to take the feet wide, knees bent, and we're going to take it into the split leg position. So as we rotate the knees over to one side and down to the ground, we've got that Z leg position, okay? We lift up and over to the other side. Now, if this is your your maximum, this is where you want to keep it, just practice this movement. Otherwise, we're going to add something else in. Okay, so over to the side, we're going to move the back foot. So ideally, we want to be able to sit nice and tall through here. If you are dropping back and the hands are supporting you, that is okay. But the goal is to be able to sit tall, okay? So the back leg is moving. We're lifting up through the back knee and we're drawing the heels to touch one another. And then we draw it back. Now, if that doesn't feel particularly comfortable to the knee, a variation of this is you keep the knee low and you draw the feet together and then scoop it up. So knee stays low and we take it back. So if you're not sure and you need a variation, just take a look. Knee stays low, we scoop it up, the feet connect, knee returns low and we glide it back. Okay, if it feels perfectly fine doing it the other way, we lift the knee and foot and then we draw it back. And to make it more challenging, when we start to move that back leg, okay, the less contact it has with the ground, okay, the more challenging it becomes. Okay, so it's slow, steady. Use hands to support you if that's useful. Okay, but remember we're not gripping through the shoulders. Okay, we're not gripping through the neck and shoulders. We're going to do one more of those on this side. And then we're going to rotate to the other side. So remember, if the knee is an issue here, okay, you can keep it low. The feet meet in the middle, keep it low. Yeah, puts less strain through that knee. Okay, so keep it low, keep together, keep it low. Alternatively, lift the knee, we draw the feet together. Okay, the more contact the foot has with the ground, the easier it is for the body. Okay, so we look at working to a point where we can keep that leg off the ground for as long as possible when we're moving through the exercise. And it is really challenging. We're going to do one more of those. And then we're going to take ourselves into a lying position. Oh dear. So take hold of the hamstrings, roll down. I'm just going to take a moment to put the knees to the chest. Give them a little wiggle, massage that lower back into the mat. Okay, we ground the feet and we're going to work through the shoulder bridge. So we'll do just 3 repetitions of the normal shoulder bridge, then we'll add a variation in. Okay, so we scoop the tailbone under, flatten the lower back to the mat. We're going to lift the pelvis to the sky, squeeze through the glutes at the top, and then roll it down. So we're looking at mobility through the spine. As we work through the movement, we keep the feet grounded. Base of the big toe, base of the little toe, and heel. Scoop the tailbone under. Lift the pelvis to the sky. Squeeze through the glutes to get that optimal movement. Roll down one vertebrae at a time to mobilize through the spine. We're going to do one more repetition. We scoop under. We take the pelvis to the sky. Squeeze through the glutes at the top. And we roll it down. Okay, so you either keep it as it is. If you know a variation that's best for you at this moment in time, go for it. The variation we're going to do today is we're going to start the same. Scoop under, take it up to the top. Okay, this is where we hold it. We press down through one foot, and that's going to be our supporting side. We lift the other foot up. We've got 90 degrees at the hip. We're going to turn the foot in towards us and turn the foot out. Back to center, we lower it down, we lower everything down. So we're working through that rotation of the hip. We scoop under. Pelvis to the sky, we squeeze through the glutes, shift the weight onto one foot, press that down, lift the other foot. 90 degrees, we turn the foot in, we turn the foot out, we go back to center, lower the foot, and we roll everything back down, okay? So you can work through a range of movement with that rotation that suits you. If you want to step it down a little bit, you scoop under, take it to the top, press down through that supporting side, lift the foot, lower the foot so you can take out that rotation if you want to. You roll it back down. Okay, and then we go again. So remember, if we kind of want an in-between level, we lift the foot, we don't have to rotate. We place it down, we roll it down. Now the idea of that, when we lift one foot in, we get minimal movement through the trunk, okay, through the core center. So the back is stabilized. We're engaging through the glutes. We're going to do one more on each side. We scoop it under. Pelvis to the sky. Shift that weight. Activate that side of the body. We lift the leg. We turn in. We turn out. We lower down. We roll through the spine. Back to the start position. We go again. Scoop under. Pelvis to the sky. Squeeze through the glutes. Lift the foot. Turn the foot in. Turn the foot out. Lower down. Roll it down. Amazing. We straighten through the legs, straighten through the arms, and lengthen through the whole body. Gently drawing the belly button towards the spine so we get that nice release around the rib cage and the abdominals. Nice big full breaths as we stretch and release and lengthen the body. Amazing. From here, we're going to bring ourselves up into a seated position. Okay. We're going to take those legs out in front of us, hands down behind us, flat. So we're drawing the shoulder blades down towards the back pockets, opening through the chest, relaxing through those legs and hips. A couple of nice big full breaths just to end the session. And we're done. And it's good. There we go.